everyone, and welcome to today's practice. Today is part 3 of my 5-part beginners yoga series, and today we are focusing on building up layers. So we were setting the foundations and sort of solidifying this foundations in the first 2 practices. And today we'll start by warming ourselves up with those same foundational postures and movements so that we can really make those foundational postures strong and powerful in our practice. And then we will be adding up building up some layers and adding some layers to the foundations. So working through some standing postures and just working on stuff that's a little bit more strengthening. And so that we have the tools to expand and advance our practice a little bit more by the end of today's practice. So if you haven't already got yourself a cup of tea, maybe do that so that you can be in that kind of warm vibe, which is really nice as we're moving into autumn now. I like to just light my candles and set an atmosphere for my practice so it feels sacred and special for me. So maybe light a candle, even if it's just an old candle and you're tucked in the corner of a room somewhere. And also make sure you're warm to start off with, so you have some layers on, and then you can always take them off. Start in a cross-legged position, so a comfortable seated position we're going to start in. I'm going to move my tea out of the way. And to start, we're going to take 5 deep breaths, as we have in the previous practices of this series. And we'll inhale, arms will stretch out and reach up overhead. Gaze up towards the fingertips as we inhale. And then exhale, let them float down. Curve over slightly in the spine as you lower the hands to the mat. Allow the head to release. And then inhale, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, release. Curve over in the spine. Inhale, reach up. Gaze up towards the fingertips. And exhale, rain them down. Navel draws in and we curve over in the spine. Allow the head to release. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. I like to do this with my eyes closed as well. Last time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the arms down. When navel draws in, curving over in the spine. Inhale, we'll bring the hands onto the knees. And we're going to start moving in those upper body circles. So moving over to the left, then forward, opening the chest, then moving to the right, and then contracting in the navel, curving in the spine as we come back. And just creating more mobility in the upper body. And as you do this, you might also feel that your hips and your groin is starting to open up a little bit as well. And really use the inhale and exhale to help bring you deeper into this movement. Again, I like to close my eyes as I do this, as it just helps me to forget about forget about everything that's around me and really focus my attention on the sensations of my body. Switch direction, so moving, making those circles in the other direction now. So I'm moving left, back, right, and then forward. And really imagine all of your internal organs are waking up as you do this. Really use this movement in its full capacity to start waking up your body. Just do a couple more circles in this direction. Breathe in deep. Coming back to center, coming back to stillness for a moment. And then we'll place the fingertips either side of us. And we're going to inhale, reach up. Exhale, walk the left fingertips out a little bit, and then creating that resistance, so pushing away from the mat with the left arm, and then reach up and over towards the left with the right arm. As you create that resistance with the left arm, you should really feel a deep opening, a deep stretch in the side body. Inhale again. Exhale, maybe lower if it feels comfortable onto the left elbow. Inhale, I like to take my gaze up towards my right elbow. And then exhale, curving over towards the diagonal, straightening the arms and releasing the head over. Oh, nice guys, keep breathing. I hope my croaky voice isn't really annoying. And then inhale, come back over towards the left. And exhale, use your core to rise back up to center. Nice. Inhale here, left arm lifts. Exhale, create that resistance in the right arm as if you're pushing in opposite direction. And then reach and lean over with your left hand. Keep breathing, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. And as you exhale, lower your right elbow down if that feels comfortable. Still creating that resistance as you reach up and over with your left arm. Inhale here, maybe take the gaze up to the left elbow. And then exhale, round it over towards the diagonal. And straighten your arms, inhale. And exhale, release your head over, curving through the spine. Inhale here. Exhale, coming back over into your side stretch towards the right. And then exhale, using your core, coming back to center. Inhale again here. Fingertips reach, stretch up overhead, gaze up towards them. And then as you exhale, you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back. And then just roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades draw in together. Really opening up the chest. Nice, guys. I can't see you, but I imagine it looks wonderful. Inhale here. And then exhale, release the grip. Reach reach the arms up overhead again, gaze up towards the fingertips. This time as you exhale, contract in your navel, in your core area, pulling the belly in, curving over in the spine as you reach forward. Allow the head and neck to hang loose as well. Chin to chest. Inhale again, rise up. Exhale, left fingertips are going to come to the right knee, right hand comes behind you. Ooh. Two more inhales here, inhale. Exhale, breathe a little bit deeper into the twist. Inhale again. Exhale. This time, inhale, right arm reaches up. And then as you exhale, you're going to rotate towards the left. Right arm comes to left knee. Left arm's going to come behind you. Take 2 breaths here again. Really breathing into the side body. Or the whole body as we enjoy this side body twist. Then inhale, reach up with the left arm. Exhale, come back to center. And then we're going to move into our tabletop position. I'm going to have a sip of tea. Did it help my throat? And come in onto all fours. So index fingers generally imagine, well, don't imagine, I mean absolutely do it. Index fingers facing forward and pinky fingers facing it up. And there's a nice outer rotation in the arms. So rather than your shoulders being hunched, imagine your chest opening and they rotate outwards. From here we're going to just take 5 cat-cows, okay? So shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. And we'll inhale, drop the belly down, look forward. Exhale, curving through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time. Head and neck drops down, hangs loose. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, curve through the spine. Inhale, belly drops. Chest opens. Exhale, navel draws in, we curve through the spine, push away from the mat. Inhale, belly drops, chest opens, gaze forward. Exhale, push away from the mat, curve through the spine. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Curve through the spine, push away from the mat, round into the back. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Exhale, sit back onto your heels. Inhale, walk the fingertips in front so you've got a deep stretch along the arms, and then exhale, drop the forehead to the mat. Breathe in here, 1 more breath. And we'll inhale, come back to our tabletop position. And this time we're going to work through our cat-cow circles, okay? Or barrel roll. No, that's not. I think they're called barrel rolls. I can't remember exactly. But we're working through that cat-cow, so we're still dropping the belly down, opening the chest, and then round and through the spine. But at the same time, we're making that circle, that same circle we were making just a moment ago in our seated position. And I won't give you too many cues because I really just want you to feel into your body. Imagine combining those cat-cows that we just done with those circles and just moving 5 times in one direction and then 5 times in the other direction, and really use these movements to work into the entirety of your body. Keep it going. I'm going to do one more circle in this direction and then move to the other direction. So switching directions now. Remember, you have the power. This is your body, not mine. Keep going, guys. And we'll inhale, drop the belly. And then exhale. This time I just want you to sit back onto your heels and then roll the wrists out a little bit. So we're already starting to warm them up and bring quite a lot of pressure into that area. So it's just good to circle them and prep them a little bit more for what's to come. Maybe pulling the index finger down towards the ground. And switching that on the other side. And then we'll move back onto all fours. So keeping the toes tucked this time. So we don't want them flat against the mat, you just want them tucked. So you can be ready for our next bit of movement. We're going to inhale, come into our cow pose again, so lowering the belly. Nice lower back stretch, chest opens, gaze forward. This time as you exhale, you're going to start to round into the spine, then start to push away from the mat, and you're going to lift your knees, keeping a really deep bend in your knees. You're just going to start to shift your hips back. Arms stay nice and straight, so the stretch is coming all the way through the back, but not in the legs. We're keeping a really deep bend in our knees so that all the stretch is through the arms and into the back. Inhale here. Exhale. And then inhale. We'll slowly lower the knees, lower the belly. Come back through into our cow pose. And then exhale, same thing again, curving into the spine, pushing away from the mat. Knees hover, and then we inhale, start to shift the hips back, so we've got straight arms, length all the way through the body. Exhale here, then inhale, lower the knees down, belly drops, gaze forward, and then exhale, push away from the mat, knees hover, deep bend in the knees, hips shifting all the way back, length through the arms. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lower the knees down, belly drops, chest opens. Twice more, you can do this. Exhale, push away from the mat, knees lift, hips shift back, straight arms, deep bend in the knees. Inhale here. Exhale. And then on our next inhale, we'll lower the knees down. Drop the belly, open the chest, look forward. Last time. Exhale, start to round through the spine, push away from the mat, knees lift, hips shift back. Nice deep stretch through the arms and back body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, shift forward, lower the knees. Belly drops. And then we'll exhale, sit back onto our heels. And just circle the wrists out again. Nice, guys. So that was a little bit of preparation for our downward dogs. Keep circling out your wrists. Pull the index finger down again, get a nice stretch. So we're prepping for our downward dogs, but working first on the arms and the back body, and then in our following practices we'll be straightening the legs as well and working into our hamstrings too. From here we're going to rise up onto our knees. Nice, guys. And we'll inhale. Our arms are going to reach out in front of us, and as we exhale we're going to slowly lean back, engage in our core, engage in our thigh muscles. So we want to be moving in one straight line, so we don't want to be dropping our hips, our bottom down, but really imagine the whole body moving back. And we're not moving too far, just to the point where your core and your thighs have to engage. Then we'll inhale, come back forward. Exhale, shifting back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, shifting back. Engage your core and your thighs. Inhale. Exhale. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale, arms release back, sit onto your heels, then you're going to roll your shoulders back and down, just creating this nice stretch in the chest. Inhale here, and then exhale, release forward, bringing your forehead all the way down to the mat, and still reaching up and away with your arms. Inhale here. Exhale, rise back up, using your arms to pull me back up. Then we'll place the hands on the mat behind us, fingertips facing forward, and just inhale, lift our hips up. Just get a nice stretch, hopefully in the arms and also in the thighs. Then we'll inhale, release, come back to sit on our heels. Exhale, then inhale, rise back up, arms straight in front of us. Exhale, repeat. So shifting back, core and quads engage. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, leaning back. Inhale, pull yourself forward. Nice, guys. Exhale. Inhale, pull yourself forwards. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale. Leaning back. Core and quads engage. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, leaning back. Engage all of the muscles. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, sit back onto your heels. Roll the shoulders back and down. Interlacing the fingers as well. And just opening the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, shifting slowly forward and bringing the forehead all the way to the mat and still reaching up and away with the arms at the same time. Well done, guys. Inhale here. Exhale, pull yourself back up using your arms. Then we'll inhale, place the fingertips on the mat, just behind our bum. And then exhale, start to lift the hips up, creating a nice stretch all along the front of the thighs and also in the arms as well. Inhale here. And exhale, release the hips back down. So you're sitting on your heels again. And then we'll inhale, rise up, back onto our knees. And exhale, or inhale, and just step the left leg up. And then come forward into a low lunge. And walk your knee back a little bit if you need to, just to feel this stretch a little bit deeper. And we'll just take 3 deep breaths here. You can untuck the back toes, or you can keep them tucked, whatever feels like a more comfortable stretch in your body today. And if you're quite tight in the hamstrings and the hips, just really take some deep breaths here and really focus on bringing some more awareness into these areas. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the back toes, shift the right knee a little bit closer to the left heel. And then inhale, rise up into your crescent lunge. And exhale. Then untuck the back toes, take another deep inhale. Gaze up towards the fingertips. Maybe lean back slightly. And then exhale. Arms come back down either side of the left foot. Walking the back knee out a little bit, just an inch or two. And then we're going to inhale, tuck the back toes, and this time lift the right knee off of the mat. Once you feel steady and stable in this position, we'll inhale again and slowly, really using the strength of the legs, we'll rise up into our high lunge position. Just taking a breath here. So inhale again. And then as you exhale, opening up the hips, opening up the arms, and coming into our warrior 2. So the right foot just comes flat and faces the diagonal. And we're now feeling this nice opening in our hips and in our chest and our arms as we come into our strong warrior 2. Inhale here. Exhale, keeping the legs nice and strong. We're just going to slowly start to shift. So left elbow comes to the top of the left thigh. And then right arm reaches up and over towards the left. Breathe here for 2 breaths, making sure we're not collapsing down onto our thigh, but that our body has still got lots of space as we're reaching up and over towards the left. Inhale here. Now as we exhale, we're going to curve over towards the left leg. And then inhale, reach up and away towards the right. So we're creating a circle. Exhale, curving over towards the leg. Inhale, reaching up and away. Exhale, curving over the leg. Inhale, reaching up and away. Exhale, last time, curving over the leg. Inhale, reaching up and away. And then we'll straighten the left leg. Keep reaching up with the right arm. Okay. And then with your left arm, I just want you to walk it down so that you can just clasp around the shin area. And then from there, I want you to create that resistance again. So you're reaching away from this leg and up towards the ceiling with the right arm. And at the same time, you don't want your body to be collapsed. You really want to open up your body so you're imagining this nice straight line all the way from your lower arm all the way up through your fingertips. And you can take the gaze up towards the fingertips, or you can keep it down towards the ground, whatever's more comfortable here. And if you want to create a slightly deeper stretch here, you can then walk the left arm down towards the ankle, a little bit closer still, reaching up and away with the right arm. And wherever we are, we'll just take one more breath here. Then exhale, bend into the left knee, rise up, and we'll just come back into our warrior two for one breath. Inhale here. Exhale, right arm sweeps down, legs stay where they are, hips shift as we move through our warrior one. Inhale here. Then exhale, pivot on the back foot. So you're coming onto the ball of the back foot, and then slowly lower down, coming back into your low lunge. Nice, guys. And then just breathe in here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again. This time as you exhale, you'll start to shift your hips back, straightening through the left leg, walking the fingers back a little bit, flex the left foot, and then exhale, just relaxing the head and breathing into this deep stretch all the way through the back of the left leg. Inhale again. Exhale, maybe sit a little bit lower into the hips to deepen the stretch. Inhale, shifting forward back into our low lunge. Hands are either side of the left foot. And then we're going to slowly heel toe the foot just out to the edge, so the left edge of the mat. The left arm is going to come now, so it's on the inside of the left foot, and we're just coming into our lizard pose here. So you can untuck the back toes, and you should be feeling a deep stretch in your right groin area, also your left hip area. And we're just going to be here for 5 breaths, okay? If you can't quite feel this, although I feel like the majority of us are already going to feel a really, really deep stretch here, you can tuck the back toes and just lift the knee a little bit, really stretching the heel towards the back of the room. And as you do this, you will hopefully feel an even deeper stretch in both hips. You also I can't even talk and do it at the same time. You're also working the core a little bit here. So 3 more really deep breaths. Make sure the knee isn't splaying out to the side, but the sole of the left foot is flat and steady on the mat. Few more breaths here. Final breath here. And on the exhale, you'll just heel toe your left foot back, so it's in between both of your hands. And then we're going to keep, so maybe opening your hands up a little bit wider. We'll just keep heel toeing that leg, all the way over to the right, so we can then bring it down into our pigeon pose. So the right foot can be out, can be as far away from like our right hip or as close as it feels comfortable. The closer you bring it, the less intense the stretch is going to be, but by all means it's still going to be intense to a degree no matter what. But if you're not feeling that much in your hip, with your foot really in close towards your right hip, then just shift over to your left, wiggle it out a little bit further away, and then reset. So make sure your hips are nice and square, so you're not leaning over to the left, but your hips are nice and square. And then just see how that feels there, and we'll find a position that's comfortable for another 5 breaths. For most of us, this will be a sufficient stretch here. Definitely is for me today. But if you're feeling like you just want to go a little bit deeper, you could always come onto your forearms. And this is a wonderful stretch. As I always feel when I breathe here, I can really feel the air moving to the areas of the body that need more attention and awareness. Two more breaths. Really imagine the air as you inhale, moving directly to the areas that need attention. Final breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, gently start to roll over onto the left hip. So much so that this right leg then becomes free, and you can walk and bring the left foot in towards the right thigh and just come into a side body stretch, facing the opposite angle now. From here, I want you to again grip in your shin like we did before when we were standing in our triangle pose. Grip in your shin. I want you to inhale, left arm is going to reach up, and I want you to create that resistance again. So imagine you're really reaching away, but then at the same time your left arm is going to reach over towards your right toes. So there's a little bit of opposition here. So your left arm is really reaching up and over, trying to get towards the toes, but your right arm isn't letting it. It's really pushing away in the opposite direction. And we'll inhale here. Exhale, just curve over towards the right leg. Then inhale, reach back up. Exhale, curve over towards the leg. Last time, inhale, reach. Exhale, curve over towards the leg. Inhale, reach up. And then we'll shift. So we're coming to face the opposite side now, and we'll plant the soles of our feet on the mat. Take a deep breath in here, really straighten up through the spine, and then exhale, you're going to hook your middle and index finger around the big toes. Inhale again here, really straighten, lengthen through the spine again. Exhale, bending into the elbows so the elbows come out, and you're going to draw the head in between the knees and apply a little bit of pressure to the temples with the inside of the knee. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, release the grip on the big toes. Exhale, you're going to slowly start to shift back. Okay. Until you find a point where your core is engaged. And then we're going to take 3 breaths here. If this doesn't feel challenging enough, you can always work at lifting your legs up so they're hovering off of the mat, and then just holding it here. Wherever you are, we're going to take 3 breaths starting now. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You got this. Keep going. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, rock back forward onto the soles of the feet. Inhale, straighten the back. Exhale, middle finger and index finger wrap around the big toes. Inhale again, straight back, start pulling the toes towards you, bending into the elbows, and then as you exhale, release the head in between the knees. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Rise up. Exhale, release. From here, we're going to cross the legs if we were coming back into a cross-legged seat, and then moving forward, our knees are going to come to the edges of the mat, toes in towards each other. Palms flat against the mat, and we'll just take a nice inhale here, drop the belly as if we were coming into our cow pose. And then exhale, pushing away from the mat, bringing our knees in together. We're going to rise up back onto our knees, and we're going to repeat that whole little sequence on the other side. Okay? So starting off with our core and quad engagement with our little leans. Okay, so really making sure the whole body is moving in one straight line. Okay, and if you're moving literally just an inch, it doesn't matter, as long as you're feeling the engagement in your thighs and in your core area, you're going to be working the right places. Okay. Whew. So inhale here, arms are going to reach out straight in front of us. Exhale, lean back, engage the core and the thighs. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, lean back. Engage the core and thighs. Inhale. Exhale, lean back, engage. Last time, inhale. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, sit back onto the heels. Interlace the fingers behind you. Inhale, shoulder blades roll back and down. Exhale here. Inhale, really open up the chest. Exhale, you're going to bring your forehead to the mat. Inhale, really reach. Reach your way and up with your arms. And exhale, use your arms to pull yourself back up. Inhale, place the hands on the mat behind you, fingertips facing forward. Exhale, hips lift. Nice deep stretch through our thighs and in the arms as well. Inhale here, really pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, release back down, so sit on your heels. Inhale, rising back up onto our knees, reaching forward. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, rise forward. Exhale, lean back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, lean back. Last time, inhale forward. Exhale, lean back, see if we can hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release on 1, come forward. Inhale, sit back onto your heels. Exhale, shoulders roll back and down, reaching away, opening up the chest. Inhale again here. Exhale, forehead releases down to the mat. We reach up and away with our arms. Inhale here. Exhale, use the arms to put us back up. Inhale, hands to the mat, fingertips facing forward. Exhale, lift the hips up. Find that nice stretch in the arms and the thighs. Inhale here. Exhale, release the bum back to sit on the heels. Inhale, we'll rise back up onto our knees. And this time, exhale, we'll step forward with the right leg and come into our low lunge on the other side. So again, walk the left knee back if you need to give yourself a little bit more space, a little bit more, a little deeper stretch, a little more deep of a stretch, a deeper stretch. Just breathe here for 3 breaths. Trust your body, trust yourself as you breathe deep into these postures. On your next inhale, tuck the back toes, shift the back knee a little bit closer, and then we'll inhale, rise up into our crescent lunge. And exhale, untuck the back toes. Inhale again, gaze up towards the fingertips, maybe leaning back a tiny bit. And then exhale, release the hands back down to the mat. Inhale, we'll tuck the back toes, lift the left knee off of the mat. Once you find your steadiness and your stability here, we'll inhale, rise up using the strength of our right thigh all the way up into our high lunge. Inhale here. Then exhale, opening up into our warrior 2. So left foot flat on the mat, facing towards the diagonal, and arms open, right leg and right angle, nice and strong. Inhale here, reach away in opposite directions with the arms. Exhale, slowly bring your right elbow, your right forearm to the top of the right thigh, and then we'll reach up and over with the left hand. So left hand, reaching towards the right upper diagonal of the ceiling. Inhale here. Exhale, really make sure you're not collapsing into your right leg. Inhale again. Exhale, we'll start to curve over towards the right leg. Inhale, make that circle, reach up towards the left. Bring the arm all the way over, curve over towards the right leg. Inhale, continue with that circle, reach up. Exhale, curving over. Twice more. Inhale. Exhale, curving over. One more time. Keep strong. Inhale. Exhale, curving over. And then inhale, straighten the right leg. Reach up with the left arm. And then find that placement of the right hand on the right shin again. And then just really reach up and away with your left hand. Create that resistance again, so you're pushing up and away with the right hand and then reaching away with the left hand at the same time. So you're creating a really nice opening throughout the entire body. Gaze can be up at the left fingertips or down towards the mat, whatever feels more comfortable. Maybe walking the right arm down a little bit closer to the ankle if that feels comfortable. And a nice challenge. One more inhale here. Exhale, bending into the right knee and coming back through our warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, hips start to shift. Left arm sweeps down to come up. We move through our warrior one. Inhale here. Then exhale, pivot on the back foot, so you're coming back through your high lunge. And then exhale, release all the way back down into your low lunge. Nice, guys. Inhale here. And then exhale, start to shift the hips back, straighten through the right leg. Maybe walk the hands back slightly. Flex the right foot. And then exhale. Release into the stretch. 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, maybe sit a little bit deeper back into your hips. Inhale again. Exhale, shift forward, coming back into your low lunge. And then from here, we'll walk the right leg out. So it's coming over to the edge of the right mat. And the toes are pointing out slightly. So the heel's going to be still on the mat and the toes are going to be just coming off of the mat. So the foot's at a bit of a diagonal. And both arms this time on the inside of the right leg. Untuck the back toes. That's going to deepen the stretch in the left thigh. And just taking 5 breaths here again. Making sure that the sole of the right foot is completely flat against the mat. And then opening up the chest, maybe taking the gaze forward. Tucking the back toes and lifting the back knee if that feels like a comfortable and reasonable challenge for us today. Three more breaths here in lizard pose. Final breath here. And as you exhale, you're going to walk your right foot back so it's in between your hands in a low lunge position. And then you'll continue to walk your left foot over towards the left until you have the space to lower yourself down into pigeon pose. And you can sit on your right hip a little bit and then just adjust, moving the foot closer and then further away from the hip, and finding that perfect spot where you can sit and breathe deeply into this stretch for 5 breaths. Making sure you're square, okay? So if you're leaning over towards the right, all the way into your right hip, you're not square, and you just need to shift over so that you're sitting right on top of your hips. Okay? And then we'll start our 5 breaths here. Lowering onto your forearms, only if that feels comfortable. more breath here. And as you exhale, start to shift the weight over into the right hip. So much so that you're then able to release the legs and bring the right foot in towards the left leg as you straighten the left leg. Nice, coming into our side body twist again here. So creating a little bit of pressure with the sole of the right foot against the inner left thigh here. And then finding that grip on the left shin again, creating that resistance in the arm as if we're reaching away. We're going to turn over to face the right. And then as we do this, we'll reach up and over with the left arm to create a really nice deep side body stretch here. Two more breaths here. This time we'll inhale, exhale, curve over towards the leg. Inhale, rise up, reach over. Exhale, curve over in the spine, bend into the left elbow slightly. Inhale, reach up and over. Exhale, curve over, bend in the left elbow. Inhale, reach up and over again. And then this time, we'll release. We'll shift the hips over and then bring the soles of the feet to the mat, facing the opposite direction now. Nice. From here, we'll inhale again, straighten through the spine. Exhale, wrap the index and mid finger around the big toe. Inhale again, really straighten through the back, start to pull the toes in towards you. And then exhale, bending into the elbows and pulling your head down in between your knees to rest. Exhale, release. Inhale, straight spine. Exhale, start to shift back. Find that position again where the core engages. And we're using the core to hold us here. And then keeping the soles of the feet on the mat or lifting them. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Ready, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, drop the soles of the feet back towards the mat. Straight spine. Exhale. Fingertips. Index and mid finger wrap around the big toes. Inhale again. Straighten the spine. Start to pull the toes back towards you. And exhale, bending into the elbows and drawing the head between the knees. Breathing deep here, one more inhale. Exhale, release the grip. Inhale, coming through our cross-legged position. And just shift the knees back a little bit so that they're right at the edges of the mat and then the toes are in towards each other. Whew. Palms on the mat, and then we'll inhale here, just drop the belly down, gaze looks up, looks forward. And then we'll exhale here, come back to a neutral spine. Inhale, left arm is going to come in towards the center this time. And exhale, we're going to reach up towards the ceiling with our right arm. really imagine a deep opening. Well, again, don't imagine it, feel it. But there's going to be a deep opening all the way through the front of your body, in your arms as well. Inhale, gaze up towards the right fingertips. Exhale, we'll thread the left arm through, coming behind the left. And then we'll release our right ear down to the mat. And then we'll take 3 breaths here. You can bring this left arm around to the hollow of the back. You can stretch it up and overhead. Or you can simply let it rest on the back, ever more comfortable. 2 more breaths here. Then inhale, place the left arm down, use that to push yourself back up. Inhale, switch, so right hand comes to the center. And then we'll reach up towards the ceiling with the left arm. Inhale here, really reach away with the left fingertips, pushing down into the mat with the right hand at the same time. Inhale again, take the gaze up. And then exhale, thread the left arm through behind the right arm. Bring the left ear to the mat. And holding it here for 3 breaths. Right arm can reach out overhead. It can come, so palm to the small of the back, or just to rest on the back. We'll take 3 breaths here. On your next exhale, release the right arm down, push yourself back up. And we'll take 1 final cow position. So inhaling, drop in the belly, gaze forward. Inhale here. And then exhale, pushing back. Going to sit on our heels. Inhale, walk the arms forward. Fingertips as far forward as possible. And then exhale, release the forehead down to the mat. And we're going to take 5 final breaths here. Release the hands so they can come flat on the earth now, and just enjoy 3 final breaths here. And then keeping your eyes closed, slowly walk your hands back in towards your knees. Place the palms down onto the knees, face down. And then I just want us to take a few head circles from right to left, as we continue to breathe and close down this practice. into the stretch of your neck. We'll just go 2 more times to each side. And then bringing the head back to center. We'll bring the hands in towards our heart center. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, bow the head towards the fingertips. And namaste. Thank you for practicing with me, guys, and for putting up with my croaky voice. And I'll see you all soon. Lots of love. Take care.